Jessi, some of the story doesn't make sense.
Okay, well,
And this would
that's what
let
it
me
is.
finish, and this would be a good time for you to come clean on this. These are very serious allegations,
Hmm. Yeah, and I'm happy to take a polygraph test.
and you've made them against somebody who's dead. You've sent unsolicited nudes to people. You've made false allegations. And according to at least one member of the TCAP community, you tried to extort money with a false threat. Isn't it time to stop this? Isn't it time to stop trying to steal attention from real victims?
No, because
You can't
this
feel good
actually
about this,
fucking
can you?
happened to me. So, that's what everyone in my life knows about this, and they think that you're a disgusting human being, especially what you did with Onision and everything. You can't handle the truth. You can't. You can't dig into facts. You're a horrible journalist. You know for a
All
fact
right.
that you're not digging into anything.
This
You
is
ever
your
watch a live internet interview where you're not sure if you're seeing journalism or a car crash in slow motion? That's what happens when Chris Hansen sits down with Jessi, Dearwhattheheck herself. And if you thought part 1 was bad, buckle up, because this sequel makes the original look like a Hallmark movie. She opens up with her MySpace catfish origin story. Emo scene kid, strict parents, sneaking out after 7. Same routine. And the pattern is clear. In part 1, it was the broccoli fog excuse. Memory goes blank every time accountability shows up. Here in part 2, same dodge. I don't remember the year. I don't do math right. It's all fuzzy. But then when it benefits her, she's suddenly an HGTV host. Kitchen here, bathroom there, bed over here. So you can't remember if it was 2006 or 2007, but you can draw us a floor plan? Give me a break. Then the Monster versus Four Loko story. I thought I was drinking an energy drink, but it was alcohol. That's not trauma, that's stand-up comedy. Same exact trick as part 1, when what she was smoking magically changed the second she was questioned. Every substance in her life seems to transform depending on who's listening. But here's what really fries me. Watch her face during this trauma retelling. She does not look broken. She looks like she's on The Tonight Show. Smiling through most of it, grinning ear to ear, biting her lip, licking her lips like she's turned on telling the story. For somebody supposedly scarred for life, she looks like she's enjoying every second of the spotlight. It's not trauma, it's theatre. Chris Hansen does his job. Calm, professional, fact-checking. He calls her out on the police standoff death she swore was true, and she pivots. Well, that's what I thought. Turns out he died in 2018. Lady, you don't just think someone's dead for a decade. That's not trauma memory loss. That's bad improv. Same as part 1. Tell it with full confidence, then rewrite history when receipts pop up. Then we hit the unsolicited nudes. And just like before, she tries to lawyer herself out of it. Technically, they were only in my 18-plus Discord server. Everyone had to message a mod and check a box. That's not a defense. That's a daycare permission slip. And Chris hits her with a fact, including a nude that was sent to a minor. Her answer? Well, how would I know? He was a sock account. Translation? Not my fault. It's the same tired excuse she's been running since part 1. Deny, deflect, blame the trolls. She even admits it. Yes, I've sent unsolicited photos in my lifetime. Then tries to justify it with, guys do it all the time. That's not how equality works. That's like saying other people steal, so I robbed a bank. She keeps dressing excuses up as logic, and Chris isn't buying it. And just when you think it can't get worse, she slips into the same contradiction from part 1. Swears she never kept in touch with her assaulter, but Hansen shows proof she was still friends with him in 2010. Her reply? The world-famous, I don't know. Funny how her memory only works when it makes her look like a victim. Then the polygraph dodge. I'll take one if somebody pays for it. Truth isn't a GoFundMe, Jessi. That's the same hostage-style excuse she tried in part 1. I'll prove it, under my conditions. And the icing on this dumpster fire? She actually tries to turn the tables and accuse Chris Hansen of being unethical. Chris Hansen, the guy who's been ending predators' careers since AOL dial-up. And your defense is, people in my real life believe me? That's not evidence. That's a PTA meeting. But here's where it all collapses. Within the last few days, Jessi hops on TikTok voice messages with Archie and flat out admits she lied about the whole thing she told Chris Hansen. So there it is. On camera, she's performing trauma for sympathy. In private, she's confessing it's a lie. That's not a survivor. That's a con artist running her mouth for attention. Bottom line, this wasn't an interview. It was a live implosion. Chris Hansen calmly asking questions while Jessi smiles, bites her lip, and digs herself deeper. For someone supposedly scarred for life, she sure looks like she's having the time of hers. Credit to Chris Hansen for keeping a straight face through this circus, because anyone else would have slammed the laptop shut 5 minutes in. And remember, this is just part 2. There are multiple parts coming, and trust me, you are not going to want to miss what's next. Smash that follow, drop your take in the comments, and strap in for part 3.